going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Mo. This is my channel, Mo Nation. So in this video, what I'm going to be doing is what I call my bronze package on this new Bronco. So basically, this package is like the maintenance type of package. This is the one that I recommend to people after I did a full interior and an exterior wash, or just for people with brand new cars. Like this one is, as y'all can see, this is the first time where you can actually say, hey, it's really not that bad. So something like this for me is gonna be around 130, 140. So let me know, what do you charge for your entry level, basic, or whatever service or package? What do you charge? Comment down below. Don't be afraid to let me know what you charge, because everybody's gonna charge something a little different too. So you may be higher than me, you may be lower than me, you may be right there where I'm at. So my basic package is gonna include like a light wipe down. I'm still gonna wipe down the seats. I'm gonna wipe down the door panels and all that good stuff. Y'all gonna see me whip out the detailing brushes. And basically what I'm gonna be doing is just a little bit of dust off and stuff like that. And I'm also gonna condition, you know, all the plastic. The only thing I won't condition is the actual seats. And then if they hop on like a thing where they like, hey, I wanna do this every month, I normally condition it like every other month type of thing. So yeah, like I said, comment down below. Let me know what you charge, what you do for your basic package. Alright, so you might have saw me do this exact same process in the daycare van video where I'm using a paint gun to spray on to condition the plastics and stuff like that. Now you may be wondering, Mo, does that cause any type of overspray, or what if you get the stuff on the material that doesn't soak up that interior dressing? And basically it does cause like a little bit of overspray, but really not that much. A lot of times I have the windows down whenever I am spraying it. And then if it gets on like places where it doesn't soak in that interior dressing, it's really not a big deal. So what I'm using is aqua gloss. It's diluted 10:1. And what I like to do, as y'all see, I spray it with a paint gun. Now, the paint gun is gonna spray it evenly. It's gonna get into places that you normally probably couldn't get to with just your hand. And all I gotta do is pretty much wipe it in, and that's it. So what I like to do is spray this. Before I start on the outside, I spray it so it can kind of like marinate on the on the plastic. And then towards the end of the detail, the very last thing I do is I come back and I wipe down on like some of the plastic that doesn't absorb it as great. The door handles and stuff like that. Every vehicle is a little different. So yeah, that's just something that I do and I like to do. So I may be scaring some of y'all. You'll see me with the little razor and all that other stuff. Well, that is actually a plastic razor. Don't get alarmed. So this was kind of like a last minute thing when I got there. They didn't tell me this beforehand, but they was like, hey, do you think you could get this sticker off? I kind of started, but I couldn't get it off type of thing. And I was like, well, I don't have everything with me, but I got a little bit of stuff with me. I could probably get it off. And then next time I'll probably just polish it to where you can't see the letters. So basically what I did was I had a plastic razor. I scraped it off. And it didn't scratch it or anything like that. It was totally fine. And then I used some citral, I forget what it is, but it's some good stuff. I gotta order another can. I'll try to have a picture pop up of what it was. It'll take off that adhesive, and when I'm telling y'all, this works great, even for bugs. So like, even if you wash the car and you may have forgot a spot and it had like a little bug or something, you can spray some of this stuff on it and wipe it right off. I sprayed some of that on it, and then after that, I proceeded to you know, the whole wash process of the wheels and all that good stuff. So one common question that I get pretty much on Instagram is about Dark Fury, because a lot of people see me use Dark Fury a lot. This is what I use for wheels, tires, and the bugs. Sometimes I actually use it for a pre-spray as well. A lot of people ask me, does it stain? Does it stain driveways? Does it stain vehicles? And my answer to that is I haven't had an issue with it. This is one of those products where it just works for me. That's why I use it so much, and that's why I haven't used anything else. I really wanted to try anything else when it comes to wheel tires and bugs. I will say this. I have seen, like, whenever you pressure washing the end of fender wells, some people will understand. Some vehicles have like a carpet type material. A lot of times people do not pressure wash that carpet like material on the end of fender wells. Well, I guess what happens is it builds up and it starts absorbing whatever. And as you pressure wash it, you see a lot of black stuff just coming out. So I have seen that where I pressure washed the end of fender wells, and a lot of black stuff came out. I didn't pressure wash it off of the cement, and I let it dry, and I have seen that stain the driveway. But I have never seen Dark Fury stain the driveway or stain any vehicles that I actually have done. So that's the answer to that. Alright, so here's another new vehicle with little to no protection, as y'all can see. And this is another great video to just showcase Formula 4, y'all. So Superior Products do not what do you call that, sponsor me. These are just products that I use on a daily, and I think they're really, really good. Especially for the price and how much and what you're getting. So as y'all saw, this had no protection on it. So what I'm doing is foaming it down with Formula 4. Now, like I said, what I do is after I do the hand wash, I foam it down with Formula 4, and then I rinse it off. And then once I start rinsing it off, y'all gonna see like how the water is gonna look like I waxed it, basically. Not like shiny appearance-wise type of thing, but the water behavior is gonna act as if I put a sealant or something on it. And like I tell people, like, Formula 4, I feel like it does give a little protection, but it's not gonna be anything long term. It's gonna be very, very short term, maybe, I don't know, 3 to 7 days at the most. And probably like 5 days is probably pushing it. But I mostly use it to help me dry off and make sure I don't get any water spots as well for vehicles like this where they have little to no protection. It's a brand new car. I have mentioned about getting it coated. I have mentioned to them and say, hey, it needs to be waxed and all that good stuff. But hey, they just want to keep doing the basic stuff. So, you know, that's what we're gonna keep doing. But I am gonna put a little protection on it for them. Just nothing too crazy to where I undervalue my, or devalue my other services such as a paint enhancement and the wash and wax service. So even though I use a leaf blower and it will get like majority of the water off, it's still some water that is left on the vehicle. But thankfully to the Formula 4, I can take my time when it comes to drying the vehicle off. Even when I'm working in like the heat or direct sunlight, I don't have to worry about water spots and all that stuff like that. Now, I still have to use a drying towel. As y'all see, I'm drying it by hand, and I'm just getting the excess water. Now, I really don't like the really big drying towels. I like this little small one that I got. I seen somebody with it, bought me a whole bunch of them, and now that's pretty much all I have. Now, sometimes this is what I do. You don't have to do it this way. After I dry the full body off, I'll use that drying towel to do the door jambs as well. If the door jambs are not bad. If they are bad, then I'll go get an actual microfiber towel and then a whole different spray to wipe the door jambs. But if they're not that bad, I'll use that same drying towel to do the door jambs and sometimes to dry off the rim. You may be saying, well, you're not supposed to go from the rim to the body to the rim and all that other stuff. The rim is clean as it could be, just as clean as the body. So it really doesn't matter, to be honest with you. As long as there's not no brake dust or anything left over, I can use that same towel to go ahead and dry it off and all that good stuff. So that's just how I do things. And another thing that's just like, it works for me. So I got a question about tire shine and why sometimes I spray it with the paint gun, and then other times, as y'all gonna see, I spray the outside and then I wiped in the inside. And the answer to that question is because it just depends on the type of tire and the type of rim too, sometimes that's on there. Now for this Bronco, if I'm not mistaken, these may be beadlocks, I'm not really sure, but the rim kind of sticks out a little bit. So that tire kind of is tucked in there, and the way it is if I try to get in there with the paint gun, it's gonna spray a little bit on the rim. Is it a big deal? No, because I use a water-based tire shine, so it's really not that much of a big deal, and it cleans up pretty, I would say, easily. Sometimes I just don't want to deal with the cleanup. So for tires like this with the big, big off-roading tires, it's great to use some type of can, or in this instance, a paint gun. So I'm spraying it in the grooves that would be kind of hard to get by hand, and then I'm gonna use the excess. I'm gonna spray a little bit on my applicator pad as well, and I'm gonna go ahead and spread it in. Also, it makes sure that the tire shine is even as well, because some tires just don't soak it up as good. So it makes sure that it's even as well, in case they do drive off and they don't get as much sling. Now this is some non-sling tire shine, but you still, like every other tire shine, you still have to let it you have to give it its time to, I guess, cure or dry or whatever. So if you spray this on and the customer jumps in it like 2 minutes after you finish, it's gonna sling on the body. Any tire shine is gonna do that. So once it has its time to dry, you're straight, which I feel like is not that long. So this is just how I do it, and it just works for me. I like it, and I also like to use the paint gun to spray inside the inner fender well. So I hope that helps somebody that was wondering about the tire shine. So if you have any questions about why I do something, how I do something, what I'm using, and all that other good stuff, comment down below, y'all. Comment down below. I'll try to answer you back in the comments, or you may not know. I may have a video where I can actually show you a reason why, or what I'm using and all that good stuff. Just like with the tire shine, it just so happened I recorded that. That way you can see why I do what I do. So comment down below. I hope you have had a great day. Thank y'all for watching another video. Stay tuned for the results, and I'll see y'all on the next one.